good afternoon already. Thank you, Sophie. In 2019, I found myself sweating at the Clinton's Foundation's office. And trust me, I have not started my lovely menopause yet. I was just so nervous because I was surrounded by these incredible individuals. And President Clinton had such a commanding presence. And he said to us, I have invited each one of you here today because I would hope that you are leaders of your organizations and you will do everything you can to help Venezuela. So when we finished the meeting, my sister and I were walking on Times Square, and we were saying, wow, two YU indigenous women walking in New York, and we just met President Clinton. But really, we were just so hopeful because we thought, maybe we are going to be able to help our indigenous YU people. And maybe we are going to be able to help our country of Venezuela. You see, the YU community, it's about 500,000 people that they live in Venezuela and in Colombia. It's a matriarchal community. And I'm sure many of you are aware of the refugee crisis from my country with, 7.5 million, about 7.5 million people that have fled. But I didn't grow up in the YU community. My mom did. This is a very poor community, and she is a family from 12 brothers and sisters. But she was able to go to school because my uncle, Nerio, Tio Nerio, he got a job in telegraphy. And he sent my mom to go to become a teacher. But in order to graduate, my mom will have to teach someone to write and read. So she taught my grandmother. Many years later, I get a call from my mother saying that my uncle had passed. And before he died, he said, do not forget about the YU. Seeing my mom so sad, I felt like I had to do something about it. So I started digging. And I found that extreme drought and climate change have caused access to clean water almost impossible. And even farming had been affected, causing food insecurity. And UNICEF classified in 2002 the YU region as almost one of the poorest in Latin America, with one kid between the ages of 0 and 6 years old dying from malnourishment. So I thought, maybe we can start a little preschool since my parents are educators, and this will guarantee that the kids will get 2 meals a day. So we did that with some of the help of our friends and started the YU Foundation. Many years later, then we have over 7,500 children, but we didn't know that we were just getting prepared for what was to come. 4 years ago, I received a call from Jose Andres. I'm sure you saw him earlier on this stage. And he said, Patricia, we have all this food on the Colombian side, vegetables and grains. If we get it to you, can you get them through the border? And we said, yes. So we started bringing 1 ton, 2 tons, 3 tons of food from an organization named Acceso. Acceso is sustainable farming. And a lot of these farmers on the Colombian side are actually Venezuelan refugees on the Colombian side. And by the time we get it in the border, they have traveled 1,200 kilometers. This organization is led by an extraordinary individual named Frank Justra. Now, over 4,000 kids are eating vegetables every day thanks to Acceso, and almost 71,000 people have been benefited because of it. And then, through the CGI community, we met Ann Lee from CORE, who has become a founding, I would say, pillar for the YU Foundation in our sustainability. And Anne introduced us to Center for Disaster and Philanthropy, who then gave us money to build a well. And now 37,000 people have received free, clean water because of this well. And then through the CGI community, we met Direct Relief. And almost 200,000 people are receiving medicine and supplies all throughout Venezuela. And even during the worst of COVID, this help never stopped. But where we are now is that we know that at some point, this aid is going to end. But we have to turn this humanitarian aid into a sustainable aid. And you know what? We will. Because indigenous communities, it doesn't matter how many wars have been out there, how many cultures have disappeared, we have managed to remain. Because we have been taught from generation to generation that we only take what we need, we share, and we give back to the land. Just like my mother did by teaching her mom to read and write. And together with the CGI community, yes, we are repaving the road. We've helped over 1 million people. But the real help is for us as individuals, because every little action we take can have such a ripple effect that will affect positive change in all of us, just like my uncle did by sending my mom to school. Thank you.